out of, out of, huh? Out of dust, dirt, yeah. And Swami is also saying same thing. We are all born from the ground, dust, yeah. We eat the grains, right? And how does the grain come? You put one grain in the ground, and the grain is sucking the dirt, part of the dirt, and growing, and then becoming grain again. So that grain is made up from dust, right? And if we go one step further, in the old time, the buffaloes and cows, they would eat the grass, and then they would have chan, their excrete, that chan they throw in the farm. And from the chan, it comes back up. So if somebody says you are eating chan, how would we think? That's what Swami says, So all this worldly thing is, not important. We have to go to our spiritual understanding that I am not this body, but I am Atma, I am soul. And then I want to worship the Paramatma, Parabrahma, Very good. So, do you understand all that? Mister? Okay. You have any questions about this? So you don't tell your mom that this book is of dust and going in the car is dust, I don't want to study. Not like that, huh?
It is a very an extreme comparison, right? So it would help. How do we internalize that in our day-to-day life?
So we have programs within ourselves, and the ultimate program is to liberate and reach and merge and be with God. But for millions and millions of births, we have created our own liking and attachments to the world, which is very difficult to unwind, So there are different ways to unwind, So the one who likes the woman, then this is the way, one way to unwind, that my wife is made up of dirt, or husband is made up of dirt. So then, some people, that thought will elevate, to go higher, The other way is to say that my husband is like an angel, or he is like a devta, And with lot of respect, you have again detachment from the sensual desires, sensual pleasure, So you can go either that extreme or this extreme. Some would be elevated with one way, and some would be the other way, And there are so many in between also, Some people, they learn by getting the beating from the husband, and then say, okay, this is not a good life, good marriage, And they get out of it by having the hardships, also. But the point is that anything which can take us from the worldly attachment to the spiritual attachment, that is our progress, That can happen many different ways, Everybody has their own chart, and it will happen eventually. If it does not happen today, it will happen next time, But it has to happen in order to elevate, So here Swami is using this one understanding, of saying everything is worthless, So why spend time and waste our time? Rather than that, focus on the real thing, But if I tell everybody today, how many are going to quit and join? How many out of this 50 people here, how many do you think would join what I said? I said, Maybe half. Very good. So I'll have a half of the crowd joining here, you know.
That's very optimistic.
So are you in that half or you are not in that half?
But yeah, that's the point, right? In the beginning, Swami says that, you know, the example of that nephew and the uncle is like that, right? I mean, for us, the thing we perceive, what we enjoy, is the things around us, right? Those are the tangible pleasures we have.
Right.
And that's what we feel it's valuable, and that's why we try to, you know, go after that.
Right.
But I think what Swami is talking about, the experience, right? That makes a difference, right? So,
Right. That nephew went to his mama,
right,
and mama taught him the value of,
right,
you know, examining the diamonds. Now he had a knowledge.
yeah,
With that knowledge, he realized that the diamonds that he was going to bring for cashing was like dirt, you know, had no value. In reality, in Swami Vato, it says that when he went to his mother's home, which was maybe 4 or 5 miles away, and picked up that box, and when he was coming, on his way, he thought that, hey, I know now. So let me see my pricing versus my mama's pricing, you know. How would I price versus how was my mama would price? So he opened up the box without showing to mama, and he saw this is junk. So he threw it away in the dirt, in the ukardo, you know. Ukardo means the cow dung collection, you know, on the way going. He threw it away.
okay,
And he came without the box. So then mama says, what happened to that box? Oh, mama, that was worthless, you know. I figured out, you know. So then mama says, you know, that it was worthless the day you came. But your mom and you had a lot of worth. And that's why you came to me, you know. But now you have a knowledge, you realize it is worthless. So you did not have to come to me and compare, you know. You threw it away right away, you know. So same way, when this knowledge will come, then it will drop out naturally. But diamond is one story, you know, and worldly affairs and other things are different story. Normally that happens when you become your grandma's age, you know. Then that knowledge comes, you know. You have to work and work and work, you know.
that's too late.
It's not late. But it's that some people they would have, you know, right away, you know. It's not that everybody, but generally, you know, when our senses are not working, when we have no taste, our eyes are not able to see good, you know, then we would have a maturity and knowledge that, yeah, this world is useless, you know. Nothing there, you know. It's okay, but it's kind of, Guru says, it's kind of late. If we would have that in the beginning, then we would have been elevated much higher. Shankaracharya, you know, at the age of 5, he had that knowledge because he was soul from the previous generations, you know, previous lives. And his mother was widow. And his mother did not want to let him go to become sadhu. And Shankaracharya wanted to go become sadhu because he knew that his life is only short. He died at the age of 32. So from 6 to 32, you know, only 26 years of time, you know, he has to do a lot of things, you know. He did a lot of things, you know. Whole India was really, you know, impressed by his activities. But at the age of 5 or 6, you know, his mother is not letting go because she was depending upon this boy, you know. That was the attachment for a mother. Now how to do that? So he created a crocodile in the lake by his power. And that crocodile grabbed his leg, you know. He was taking bath. And then he started crying, "Mummy, mummy, mummy, this crocodile is dragging me in the water." And mother knew that if crocodile picks, you cannot get back, you know. It would be just done, you know, gone. Because they have the jaw, you know, that they do not open, you know. They get locked. But this was his crocodile, you know. A little boy, you know, Shankaracharya's. So his mother says, "Please God, help me, save my son, save my son. Now he will die, what will I do, what will I do, you know." So then Shankaracharya says, Mummy, if you let me go and become sadhu, then crocodile may left. It was the Maya, crocodile Maya. Mother was so furious. She says, whatever happens, you go and become sadhu, but please, let crocodile go. Then he says, are you sure, Mummy? He says, yeah. And boom. Not even a little spot of crocodile bite, नहीं तो थोड़ू तो लोही निकले ना पर लोही भी नहीं दिखाई પછી he came to the mother, and mother says, oh, you will go? He says, well, you told me to go. He says, okay, if you go, but promise me that at my deathbed you come. When I'm at the last breath, you come. And he said, okay, I'll come. Normally sadhus don't come, but he took the exception, and then he left, But it is very difficult to detach from this worldly attachment, They are in our genes, they are in our programs, But even if we detach 1%, 5%, then he will help us 99%, That's the advantage, So we have to do humble prayer, night prayer, Kakaji used to say, that all this thing is made up of dirt, like this. Swami says, how would I want to have attachment with dirt, I am not dirt, My body is also made up of dirt, right? So, I am beyond this body, I am Atma, I am soul. And then, pray with that, then something would happen, and maybe we would be right on the track. Yeah. So, Krupa Ben, is she counting you in 50% or outside of 50%? What do you think? You are together, right? Okay. Haji, Hare.
Continue with Mahaprabhu. Third.
Yeah.